Hi, and welcome to the Senior Network. I'm your host, Greg Fulton, and my co-host, Debbie Lyons. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's a treat to be here.
We missed you.
Well, you know what? I'm really excited. We got a lot to talk about today. We've been having fun.
We have. Great time. Great time. Holidays are here. Everybody's got the spirits. We're ready. We're ready.
Who all's here today? I know Zena's here.
Zena
Jay's
Smith
here.
is here with At Your Door Home Care, and Jay Mullinax with the law offices of Jay, our TV personality, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. He is awesome.
He is.
You know what's fun, Greg? It's really been a treat. I watched the first show, and actually my mom and dad are here, and I've learned so much. And I looked forward to kind of asking with the holidays coming up, a lot of interesting stuff going on that relates to senior living and senior care.
I think so, and it's and Zena can probably tell us a lot about that. Meaning, you know, this time of year, I know from our company, we see a lot of families coming into town and recognizing some needs that they didn't know were there, right?
Well, and I was telling you that my mom sometimes would really benefit from some help, but she's hesitant to have somebody come in. Well, how does that work? What do you do? How do you make someone comfortable when they think they don't need help, but they really do?
Well, as you said, you told me your mom has dementia, a little dementia. So really what we should do is you're the child, and what we can do is we can come in and do it slowly. So we would come in as a consultation, and we would talk to you and your mother.
Okay.
And we would also bring in whoever we chose to be the caregiver come too. So your mother would start to get comfortable with the idea of somebody coming in, and maybe hopefully she would understand that it's not taking away her independence, it's helping her the best you can. Just you need to get the comfort zone, because she's not, because of the dementia, and also the fact that she's a person, and
sure,
and you know, it's not just the illness, it's also, you know, she doesn't want anybody in her life, she wants to live her life. So then you kind of give it a more comfortable thing that this is someone just to help you as you live here. And then, you know, I use you know, humor.
Okay,
So
right.
I think that works, and also being very caring and loving, and just have it not make sure it's like slow acting, you know, and then work with you.
Do the holidays pose a different issue? Do you ever get short-term people who say, look, my parents are going to be here for a couple of months?
Yeah.
Coming down with
Exactly. Is that what happens?
It really, and obviously a lot in the summertime with vacationers, that happens a lot. So we do a lot of those types of services, just short-term, week or two.
Well, talking about the holidays, I was laughing with Jay because he's a treat, and gifting as opposed to as opposed to estate planning. What does even that mean? I was like, gifting sounds good though. I like that.
Yeah, the holidays.
Right.
Gifting and the holidays.
Yeah.
Well, gifting is part of estate planning.
Okay.
I frequently get asked, is it better to gift during life, or is it better to gift during death or at death? Well, it depends on the circumstances, obviously. Recipients always want to receive a gift, and the gifter is questioning whether they will have the resources to live through their life and have them available for themselves. So that's always a question. But I wanted to go over a few basic rules so that people would understand those types of things are things you need to think about during the holidays, because it's the end of the year.
Right.
There's times to plan. And for example, one of the things that everyone should know is that you can give up to $14,000 of value, whether it be items or whether it be cash, to any one individual, as many individuals as you like, if you have those type of resources.
So you've got 4 kids. So you could gift, theoretically, each year, give them $14,000?
$14,000 per calendar year. It's based on a calendar year.
Okay.
So, for example, if you want to give $28,000 to your child soon, you'd give $14,000 during the month of December, and then you'd give a $14,000 in January. You wouldn't want to do it during the same calendar year, and the reason is this. If you gift more than $14,000 to the same individual, then you would have to file a gift tax return.
Okay.
No taxes may be due, depending on a few things, but you would still have to file a return to tell the government that you gifted more than the annual exclusion amount of $14,000 to one individual.
What are the advantages of gifting as opposed, is that considered part of estate planning?
Yes, it is, and the difference is this. From a financial perspective, it's cheaper to gift during life than it is at death, and the reason is this. If you have an estate taxable estate, and that is currently $5.45 million for this year, and it'll go up slightly next year. But if you have that type of estate and you want to gift, you'll be filing those gift tax returns. If you gift during life, it will not be part of your estate at death.
Okay.
Now, there's a little exception to that. If you gift within 3 years of death, and this goes to
I was just going to bring it back to you.
end of life care.
Yes.
Then if you gift within 3 years of death, the value of those assets will be pulled back into your estate for estate tax purposes after death.
Say that in real language for me.
Okay, real language is this. Someone's on their deathbed.
Wait, okay,
if
fine.
someone's
Great.
on their deathbed and they say, I want to gift as much as I
Got
can
it.
to you.
Thank you.
And they write you a check and you go to the bank and you cash it, and then
Mm-hmm.
they die a week later. Well, they didn't really accomplish much under that scenario because that value is going
Got
to be
it.
pulled back into their
I got
estate
it.
for
I got
estate
it.
tax purposes.
Let me bring it to Zena and Greg for 1 second, kind of tying it back to what we were talking about. Are these the kinds of things that people ask you all also? Because you are the caretakers. You are the ones that they're going to confide in, is my thought.
Well,
I mean, do people ever ask you
They
about them?
should ask
Yeah, they
us,
should.
Okay.
and they don't necessarily. So
Okay.
that's when it's good to advocate for them getting a third party like Jay involved to really educate them.
Because that's the very first time we talked. You were talking that one of the things that you guys offer that's so positive is that you do have the resources available. Like I
Sure.
wouldn't know
Right.
to do that until we're sitting here talking, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how would I get to you?
Well, when you deal with finances, I think it's a personal situation. So I think they don't feel comfortable completely to talk to us about it, or they don't know that we would understand or be able to direct them to the right person. So it's that's the reason why we're not getting people to discuss that side of their life.
Got it.
So.
Well, and that brings up a point, not necessarily for Jay, but not for the holidays, but when you hear of folks that are gifting like for college educations and stuff like that. So, I mean, $14,000 will not obviously pay for a college education
Right.
these days. So how does that work?
I'm glad you asked me that because there's two big rules that I want everyone to know about, and that is this. For gifting for education and for gifting for medical purposes, there's an unlimited amount that you can give. Now, you can't give it to the person who in turn pays the school bill or the medical bill. You have to pay the service
to the
provider
service
directly.
provider.
So the hospital, the doctor, the medical care provider, or the educational institution. So there's no limit on how much you can give for that purpose. So what I tell folks, if they want to give money to a particular person, they want to give more than the annual exclusion amount, pay their medical bills, pay their education bills, and that's a way around the gift tax rules effectively.
Okay, hold that thought.
Right,
hold that
exactly.
thought. We're going to need to take a break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.